There's a piece of conventional wisdom in pickleball that goes something like this. There are indoor-only pickleballs and outdoor-only pickleballs. Indoor-only pickleballs have fewer holes, 26 or so, and outdoor-only pickleballs have more holes, usually 40, and never the twain shall meet. You never use an indoor ball outside, and you never use an outdoor ball inside. Now, there doesn't seem to be any factual controversy about not using an outdoor ball indoors. It's just a tradition that you don't. But there is a prohibition against using an indoor ball outside. You just don't do it. The reason is because an outdoor ball, with all of its holes, is somehow less susceptible to winds and breezes. Indoor balls are more susceptible. Well, all that's true, but it's the reason that most players say that I think is a myth. It is said that outdoor balls are less susceptible to wind because their multitude of holes allow the wind to somehow pass through the ball, negating its effect. That's the part I think is a myth, and I'm going to test it and find out. In my opinion, the first problem with the whole idea is that pickleballs are very, very light. The average weight of all the different IFP-approved balls is only 24.5 grams, or 0.86 ounces, and when they are in flight they are quite easily carried by any breeze. And let's be clear, all pickleballs are susceptible to breezes. The second problem is that the holes are, well, holes. They are nothing. They only affect the flight of a ball when they are spinning, and spin is not an inherent quality of the ball itself. It happens as a result of being struck by a paddle. And for most recreational players, the actual flight of a pickleball has little or no spin on it. They're also not traveling at a high enough velocity. The most important factor is one that is largely ignored by players, the weight and mass of a ball. Outdoor pickleballs have more plastic in them because they have more material surface area. They have more holes, but they're smaller, which leaves more material surface area, which means they have more weight and mass. And things with more weight and mass are influenced less when they are in a moving fluid, such as air. It's like when you take a rock and a piece of wood that are the same size and drop them in a moving current of water. Because of its greater mass, the rock sinks immediately, not affected by the current at all. Without any meaningful mass to help, the wood chip floats away. So, it's not the holes themselves that might or might not make a difference in the trajectory of a pickleball in breezy conditions. Instead, it's the mass and the amount of plastic that's left. I'm using 5 balls in these tests. The Jugs Bulldog Indoor Ball. It's probably the most commonly played indoor-only pickleball out there. It weighs 23 grams and has a 7.302 centimeter diameter. The surface area of the entire ball is 167.51 square centimeters. There are 26 holes that are 1 centimeter wide, or 20.54 square centimeters total. Subtract that from the overall surface area, and that means that the material surface area of the ball is 146.97 square centimeters, the least of any of the balls being tested. The Onyx 40 Outdoor Ball. It weighs 25 grams with a 7.3 centimeter diameter. That means the overall surface area is 167.42 square centimeters. The holes are 0.8 centimeters wide. That means the material surface area is 147.42 square centimeters. The Onyx 26 Indoor Ball. It weighs 23 grams with a 7.3 centimeter diameter, the same as the Onyx 40. The overall surface area is, again, 167.42 square centimeters. The holes are 1 centimeter wide. That means the material surface area is 146.88 square centimeters. The Durofast 40 Outdoor Ball. It weighs 26 grams with a 7.461 centimeter diameter. There are 2 different size holes, 24 at 0.6 centimeters and 16 at 0.8 centimeters wide. The overall surface area of the ball is 174.88 square centimeters. The material surface area of the ball is 160.16 square centimeters, the most of all the balls tested. The Pure Pickleball P7 Outdoor Ball. It weighs 26 grams and has a diameter of 7.4 centimeters. It has 32 holes, each with a diameter of 0.8 centimeters. That means it has a material surface area of 156.03 square centimeters. The average weight of the balls is 24.6 grams. The average material surface area is 151.5 square centimeters. The first thing you see is that the outdoor-only balls are heavier than the indoor-only balls by as much as 3 grams. They gain this weight by having more material surface area. Extra weight means less susceptibility to air currents. To me, this shows that outdoor-only balls are supposedly not as susceptible to breezes, not because of the holes themselves, but because of the mass of the resulting material surface area of the ball. But now a practical test. I created a wind tunnel of a kind that measures how the weight affects susceptibility to breezes. The wind impact of each ball is measured in centimeters from vertical. The Onyx 26. Its wind impact is 15.7 centimeters. The Jug's Bulldog 26. Its wind impact is 15.13 centimeters. The Onyx 40. Its wind impact is 15 centimeters. The Pure Pickleball P732, its wind impact is 12.2 centimeters. And the DuroFast 40 has a wind impact of 11.75 centimeters. And here's a table showing the results in ascending order. As you can see, the balls reacted by their mass, not the number of holes. The heavier balls react less to the wind, regardless of the number of holes. That's validated by the P7 32-hole ball splitting the two 40-hole balls. It has more mass than the Onyx 40 and less mass than the DuroFast 40. And as a final proof that the holes don't matter when it comes to a pickleball's trajectory in a breeze, I covered the holes on the DuroFast and ran the test again. Its wind impact was only 11.83 centimeters. That's only a 0.3% difference. So, you see, it's all about the weight. So, what conclusions am I taking away from this experiment? First, for outdoor play, if you want to minimize the effect of breezy conditions, choose a heavy ball regardless of the number of holes. For most recreational players, the holes only come into play if they're spinning the ball or hitting the ball very hard. They're not much of a factor under most other circumstances. Second is that there really is no reason not to use a 26-hole ball outdoors or a 40-hole ball indoors. The only difference is their weight. Third, the IFP decrees that balls be designed and manufactured within a very narrow specification range. Differences in ball performance is pretty insignificant for recreational players. And what about 5.0 players? I'm not one, so I don't know, but I'd love to hear from one. Fourth, and I don't want to sound like I'm anti-marketing, I'm not, but I think the whole indoor-outdoor ball thing is a bit of a contrivance that ball makers came up with to sell more balls. According to them, we must have both kinds when using only one kind is perfectly adequate. Fifth, ball selection is really a matter of taste. Do you like a nice light game? Use a light indoor ball, no matter whether you're indoors or outdoors. But if you like a heavier game, use an outdoor ball because they're heavier. So, grab a ball no matter how many holes it has and play on. Whether 26, 32, or 40 holes, it doesn't really matter whether you're indoors or outdoors. The most important thing is to have fun. Play with what you feel comfortable with. And if someone brings an outside-only ball inside or takes the inside-only ball outside, don't get hung up about it. What do you think? If you have any questions about this, feel free to leave them as a Facebook reply or as a YouTube comment. Thanks for watching.